Hello everyone, my name is Loco, and today we are watching a best of 3 between EGIdrA in the top left corner on Metalopolis, and his opponent in this best of 3 is going to be none other than DuckloadRa, which is a really well known Protoss player, both in Brood War, StarCraft Brood War, but now also in StarCraft 2. Basically one of the best European Protoss players for sure, and maybe one of the best in the world. And then idra on the other hand, the well-known Zerg player, also a StarCraft Brood War player, and back then he played Terran, but as you probably already all know, he switched over to the Zerg pieces in StarCraft 2. Both players really well known, both players achieved a lot, both players have years and years of experience under their belt, so promising best of 3. I know this is part of a tournament. I'm not sure what tournament it really is, but it probably is really good. Else there wouldn't be so high rated on all replay websites. And it's a best of 3 between the best players in the world, so obviously it's really good. We see a 13 gateway going down for DuckloadRa, better known as WhiteRa, probably followed by a 15 gas relatively soon. And yep, there you go. Oh, 14 gas even. And meanwhile for idra, a hatchery first it looks like. Yep, there we go. Hatchery first. He didn't scout his opponent right here with this overlord, so he has 50% chance that his opponent is cross position, and it's definitely worth taking that risk of expoing first. Also, just because it puts you ahead so far. And idra smartly putting up one drone, gonna attack the probe a little bit. Meanwhile, if we check WhiteRa's base, the gateway just finished, followed by cybernetic score shortly after, probably saving up for a zealot pretty soon, just to block off this completely. So nothing cheesy going on right there. Just harassing a bit with a probe, and actually, WhiteRa decides to fake a cannon rush. idra immediately pulls off a lot of drones just to attack this pylon, because he doesn't know, he didn't scout his opponent yet, so he has no clue if WhiteRa is really cannon rushing or if this just is a fake pylon. And it turns out this is a fake pylon, so this definitely was worth it for WhiteRa. Cost idra a lot of mining time, which is crucial in the early stages of the game. And really clever play by WhiteRa. I really like that kind of play. And the first few links are out, and because of that little harassment, you can also see that the queen in the main of idra is almost halfway done, a little over halfway, and because of the harassment, the second queen is delayed quite a bit. So it's gonna put him a little bit behind, but nothing crucial just yet. Few Zerglings running all over the map, just checking out what's going on. And I actually wonder, do I have my music on? What's the hotkey for music? I don't even know the hotkey for music. Let's see. Real fast sound. Music, there you go. Okay. Meanwhile, in DuckloadRa's main, we see 2 more gateways going up, which is really standard play, and I'm curious how idra will respond to this. He scouts it perfectly with this one drone. He scouts double gas. He scouts the timing of the gas, also because of he clicked on the simulators, checking how much gas was gone in them, and he sees 3 gateways, and he responds by getting a hatchery himself. This is kind of a blind guess by idra. The standard play for Protoss when you see 3 gates is 3 gate expand, but it could also be that and if it could also be that there was a 4th gateway hidden somewhere up here maybe, and idra didn't scout it, and in that case it was a 4 gate, and there's no way he would have halted this 3rd, because the 4 gate will just plain out kill it. So it was a bit of a guess by idra. It was a good guess in this case because it was a 3 gate expand, and at this point there is not really something that DuckloadRa can do against this, because He has only 3 gateways. He can't really pressure with it because as soon as he moves out with those, with this little tiny army, the Zerglings will be all over the place. And here actually a couple of Zerglings come. I'm curious what idra will do with this. He will probably just poke in a little bit in the natural, see what's going on, and then park the Zerglings right about here or maybe here. So as soon as he sees the army of DuckloadRa moving out with this one Zergling in the watchtower, he will counter-attack and force the army back. So yeah, now they just sit here, see the army moving out just a little bit, and he parks them right there as I expected him to do. Meanwhile, in the Protoss main, we see the robotics facility going up. I expect an observer, relatively fast, bit slow by DuckloadRa. And meanwhile, we see the army moving out. idra sees this, and indeed he's going for a counter with just a couple of Zerglings, and he actually gets us around on the sentries and the stalker. So those 2 sentries are gonna go down. Yep, there we go. And that he also gets a full scout in the main of DuckloadRa, and I'm curious how you will see this because really standard play so far by DuckloadRa. He sees 3 gas, he sees 3 gateways, he sees 1 robotics facility. He doesn't see a robotics bay just yet, so there's no need to overreact yet. And as you can see on the production tab, he responds by getting a lot of drones. And if you check out the income tab, idra is already ahead in Harvest. It's pretty fast. He will probably pump like 1 more round of drones, and then he will be fully saturated for the rest of the game. Well, that is if his drones don't get killed, of course, obviously. And we see a really clever response by WhiteRa now as well. I really like the mind games that those players are playing, because WhiteRa knows that idra had a full scout, that idra had killed 2 sentries, and that idra will most likely, like 80% chance, will be making a lot of drones. And if a Zerg player makes drones, there's no way he can also have an army. So what does WhiteRa do? He builds a 3rd nexus himself, which is kind of around the standard timing, but I think that is a result of what I just talked about. And just a couple of Zerglings poking out, getting a really nice vision actually. Yeah, actually snipe 1 probe. Gonna check out the 3rd real fast, and well, now they get killed obviously. Observer just hanging out right here. And if you check the production tab, idra is switching over to pure roach production. Overlord's roaches, also getting tunneling claws for his roaches, burrowing the roaches also. So idra will be going for mass burrowed roaches, it looks like. Yep, he's getting 4 more overlords even. Probably falling out behind just a little bit in the overlord count, getting more and more roaches. Also getting 1 overseer, just to see maybe scout out DTs and stuff like that. And here we go, idra has quite a lot of roaches at this moment and decides to push out. And a lot of sentries are going down. idra focus firing the sentries, sniping a lot of important buildings, of important units I mean, and killing the cannon, really big deal. And he killed that cannon because he's gonna go for burrowed roaches, and the cannon actually shows the roaches once they are burrowed. And now he targets fire the immortal. The immortal goes down. Target firing a few stalkers, but that's not gonna matter much. And just 14 more roaches on the production tab. And he just keeps burrowing them, keeps sniping the sentry. Probably gonna target fire the immortal right now, and yep, there we go. The immortal going down really fast. Another sentry going down, and this is probably it for game 1, because there's no way WhiteRa can come back from such an aggressive roach push, because idra will just keep producing roaches until until it's over. So also WhiteRa, you can see on the mineral tab that he is quite falling behind. He has 1.4k minerals, which isn't normal for WhiteRa, for such a good player. And idra just burrowing, healing up his roaches, and DuckloadRa GG. So idra takes game 1 in this best of 3, so stay tuned for the next game.